What if I told you that over 4 out of 5 pets that die each year die because of a lack of care from their human owners? In a study published by the Royal Veterinary College and the University of London, a clear pattern was shown in regards to the irresponsible ownership and its consequences on the pet. Only 12.9% of the dogs in the study were regularly brought to the vet in order to do behavioral and medical checkups. This means that over 87% of dogs in the study were simply not taken care of properly, which eventually led to their deaths. In the US, a similar trend is shown in shelters, with another heartbreaking statistic. Each year, between 3 and 4 million dogs die in pet shelters, and one of the main causes for this terrible number is the lack of medical awareness and prevention. Shelters are overwhelmed and they simply can't keep up with every single pet, leading to some animals getting less medical attention than they should be getting.
These are just a few of the things that we aim to combat and solve to make our products stand out and be better than others. We'd like to eliminate irresponsibility in pet owners, reduce pet deaths due to preventable causes and lack of awareness by their owners. We also use 20% scrap metal for collars and rings, heavily decreasing the cost. As an organization, our goal is to create a new love for style and customizability in healthware, as well as increasing the agency of pet owners in their pets' health, and increasing the effectiveness of location tracking for pets, while creating a new blue ocean industry in health tracking. The BioTrace uses the existing technology of ultrasonic pulses used currently in smart scales to collect and distribute information on the wearer's body. It collects heart rate, blood pressure, nutrition levels including vitamins and proteins, and can even detect heightened levels of white blood cells to indicate illness. Information is then stored on our secure servers and is distributed to a program that's used to access it, whether that be to an app for consumers or the database for companies. Using the fact that our product is active and battery powered, it's able to track the location of pets using cell phone towers much more effectively than the general tracking used with subdermal chips currently available. Using the data collected through the bracelet and collars, we offer 2 auxiliary services. First, our app, which can be downloaded on any device, used for a consumer and more basic approach to the data. It's suitable for people who use it to track up to 4 of their pets' everyday health and well-being. The other being the database, which offers a more in-depth approach. It's meant to be used by larger organizations such as zoos and shelters. It gives them the possibility to track detailed data for their animals and compare it with the thousands of other animals already in the database. Although databases do already exist in this field, none will be able to compete with BioTrace, as it'll grow every minute as it tracks data from all over the world and from animal species of all types.
Although we are using technology that has already been created, our product is completely game-changing, as we are making pet collars more sophisticated and useful by adding a medical aspect to them and overall revolutionizing their use. Because of this, there will be no direct competition on the market, as it is a completely new product. In the early stages of development, we will work on marketing BioTrace to zoos and pet shelters, as they fit the perfect description of our target audience. The people that take care of the animals have all the medical information in one place with accurate data that updates every minute. This will raise an alert if there is any problem with a specific animal. Pet shelters would be clients for the same reason. Once implemented, BioTrace would track the medical data of the animals that it is attached to, and it would notify the people working in the shelters of any issue with a specific pet. Our second development phase would be to target veterinary hospitals. When pets arrive to one of these facilities and need to be taken care of in the case of an emergency, the data that BioTrace collects would be immediately transferred to the vets, who would then be able to identify the problem and save precious minutes as they are trying to save the pet. Finally, our last step, which is the end goal of our idea, is to become global by having independent pet owners throughout the entire world use our collars and bracelets on their domestic pets. They would have access to our app, from which they can see the vitals of their domesticated animal at any time, and they would receive weekly notifications that summarize how their beloved pet is doing. They would also receive alerts if there was any health issue with their pet or if medical assistance was needed. The diagram shown on the screen is the projected distribution of our revenue that we expect for our first year of sales. From a financials perspective, each BioTrace item will be sold for around $30, whether it is the collar or the bracelet. Then, the 2 online BioTrace features will be offered through a subscription-based system. The BioTrace app will be accessible for a monthly $5 subscription fee, cancelable at any time. Finally, the database, which will be used by zoos, shelters, or veterinary hospitals, will be accessible for a monthly subscription of $100.